A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus went out of the house and sat beside the sea. Such great crowds gathered around him that he got into a boat and sat there, while the whole crowd stood on the beach. And he told them many things in parables. Listen, a sower went out to sow, and as he sowed, some seeds fell on the path, and the birds came and ate them up. Other seeds fell on rocky ground, where they did not have much soil, and they sprang up quickly, since they had no depth of soil. But when the sun rose, they were scorched, and since they had no root, they withered away. How the seeds fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked them. How the seeds fell on good soil and brought forth grain, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. Let anyone with ears listen. Then the disciples came and asked Jesus, "Why do you speak to them in parables?" He answered, "To you it has been given to know the secrets of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it has not been given. For to those who have, more will be given, and they will have an abundance. But from those who have nothing, even what they have will be taken away." The reason I speak to them in parables is that seeing they do not perceive, and hearing they do not listen, nor do they understand. With them indeed is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah that says, "You will indeed listen, but never understand. And you will indeed look, but never perceive. For this people's heart has grown dull, and their ears are hard of hearing, and they have shut their eyes, so that they might not look with their eyes and listen with their ears and understand with their heart and turn, and I would heal them." But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Truly, I tell you, many prophets and righteous people long to see what you see, but did not see it, and to hear what you hear, but did not hear it. Hear then the parable of the sower. When anyone hears the word of the kingdom and does not understand it, the evil one comes and snatches away what is sown in the heart. this is what was sown on the path. As for what was sown on rocky ground, this is the one who hears the word and immediately receives it with joy. Yet such a person has no root, but endures only for a while. And when trouble or persecution arises on account of the word, that person immediately falls away. As for what was sown among thorns, this is the one who hears the word, but the cares of the world and the lure of wealth choke the word, and it yields nothing. But as for what was sown on good soil, this is the one who hears the word and understands it. Who indeed bears fruit and yields, in one case 100-fold, in another 60, in another 30. Four kinds of ears. Tree bears nothing, no fruit at all. 3 out of 4. And one bears much fruit, abundant fruit. One word makes the difference between the tree who bears no fruit at all and the one who bears much fruit. One word. What is that word? Understand. Understand. We know that word, and we use it regularly. And what we mean is to understand with the mind. I want to understand what you say. I see the meaning of what you say. I go to the university at a course, I understand more and more. This is very complicated, but I understand more and more with my mind. And here in the scriptures, it's different. It is different. It is indifferent. We must have this clear in our mind to understand the way we use it in daily life and the way that's meant in the scriptures are two different meanings, very different meaning. In our everyday meaning of understand with the mind. With the meaning of the scriptures as we see the evangelist Matthew quotes the prophecy of prophet Isaiah that explains the understand. Who understand with their heart. Oh, that's different. That one live with the mind. Understand with their heart, says the prophecy of Isaiah that the evangelist Matthew uses, quotes in this gospel. Understand with their heart. That means, of course, it begins with the mind, but then it goes down. The heart is the center in the scriptures again, is the center of the being. It involves all the aspects of our being. Feelings, sentiments, and everything. And what is the characteristic of understanding with the heart? Again, the prophecy of Isaiah tells us. We understand with their heart and turn. They act on it. They change. And so that I can heal them. They change in such a way that I can heal them. And so, understanding just with the mind doesn't necessarily change something important in my life. I know that, and it will be useful for this, okay, but it doesn't make a central change in my life. The one central change, the one necessary change. Understand with the heart. The first kind, you see, they hear, they read rapidly, or they at church, they hear, or so, or they hear something on the web, and they hear, but they don't really pay attention. They are distracted. They just say, oh, I know about that. I know because my memory, I understood my mind. But that's not understanding in the scriptures. That's to be go down the heart. How do we do that? How do we do that? There is only one way. We have to take time and in silence to reflect, to be in silence with that word. And ask the Lord to enlighten us. It's just not the understanding of our human mind. It's more than that. It comes from God. Asking the Lord to help me understand deeply in the true meaning and deeply down to my heart. And then as to go to my heart. The second kind of hearers. Oh, they're happy. They hear the news. It's wonderful, 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 the news. Thank you. But they have no root. They have no root. They have no root. Just, oh, it's fine. But then some difficulty happens, trials, persecution because of the word, and immediately it falls away. So first, we have to really pay attention to the Word of God. And it's not the Word like the Word of another human being. I'm a human being like him. He writes a book, I agree with certain part, but it's not synced with the Word of God. This is the absolute truth. And my mind just is very limited. It's only partially things. And so we have to ask the Lord to give us this understanding and to give us to grow this grace, to grow roots. How do we do that? How do we grow roots? I know only one way. I know only one way. And I think every one of us, every human being does this experience he learns about something that will be good for his or her health, or physical health, or anything. Really good. And we begin, and we are enthusiasts and everything. But then, I'm so busy. Today I cannot. And then another time, it's as worse as the other time. I cannot today. And little by little, and we stop. We had something nice. If we had persevered, we bring some nice result, but we didn't persevere. So we have first to make time for that, reflecting on the Word of God, not just reading and then reflecting in silence with that Word, to let it come from the mind down to the heart. To make time. And then to grow root, that means it's over time. It's over time. It's by being faithful. And I know only one way to be faithful. And that way is without fail. That means I know tomorrow we have to begin small, little, once a week, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Take time in silence with the Word of God, the Gospel of the day, the Gospel of the Sunday. Take time once a week, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But want to be faithful. And so at first we don't even commit in any way, we just try, and then after a while, yes, I can do that. And so I commit. And so if I expect, usually I do it on Sunday afternoon, but that Sunday I won't be able. So I will do it on Saturday or Friday before. I do twice. One for Saturday and one for Sunday. And even do it a little bit more, have some reserve in case. And reserve we never use. And so, but we know we have some reserve. And to grow roots, to be faithful, if from the moment I commit, I said once a week, 15 minutes, I do that on Sunday afternoon or something, and if it's 50 weeks since I commit, I've done it 50 times, that's without fail. But if it's 50 weeks and I commit, and now I've only 49 times, it's not without fail, and we will not grow roots. Only it has to be without fail, and with the grace of God, then we'll have something to those who have been careful to make time. I've been careful to listen very carefully to the Word of God. I've made time to reflect on that Word, and I've been faithful. I have something to those who have. More will be given, and they will have an abundance